Hello there. Thank you for joining us. This is Wells Television, the preferred wholesome TV channel for you. This is Lifeline, where we talk about all issues that have to do with your life, be it health, education, your mental health, whatever it is, name it. You can find discussions about it on Lifeline. Now, before we get on, I'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, we've realized that many of you like our videos but are not yet subscribed to our channel. So, let me take this opportunity to say please, please, and please click on the subscription button. It's just right under the video. Click on that subscribe button and then click on the bell. What the bell does is to notify you every time we drop a new video. My name is Bolali Udweku Ayola, and this is Lifeline. As I said, where we talk about all things that have to do with your life, your health, your education, whatever it is, you find it here on Lifeline. Today on Lifeline, we'll be talking about a topic that seems so little, it seems so harmless, but it's actually shaping the future of our children. We're talking about childhood obesity. Yes, childhood obesity as a phenomenon. Now, many people get to talk about obesity, why people obese, without realizing that there's some factors, that are within our control that we fail to look at when, they're still children, and then it follows them into adulthood. So basically, that's what we're going to be talking about today. And my guest on the show today is a dietitian, Hadassah Olugbade. She's a lecturer at the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at the Oyo State College of Health and Technology, Eleyele. She has over 7 years of experience in this, and so you will agree with me that it's a very good one to talk about with her today on Lifeline. Hello, Ma. You're welcome to Lifeline.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
Okay. So, do you have any further introductions you want to do? Do you want to say hi to people?
Okay. I just want to, I would love to tell everyone that health should be one of our priority, and please, in pursuit of that, check your nutrition.
In process of that, check your nutrition. So that means that your food affects your health. There's a link between what you eat.
Very well. Very well.
So I'll start this. Since we started that way, let's talk about the food choices of parents. These days, we see lots of influencers on social media doing get ready with me to pack lunch for my children. And then you see them pack maybe toast bread with lots of artificial juices, chocolates, biscuits, and you realize that for the child, almost everything they're going to eat that day is just, sweets, and more sweets. How do the food choices of parents and also their food habits, how does it influence a child's health?
Thank you very much. Of course, the parents are the first teacher. They are the first mentor, role model that a child actually look up to. So, when it comes to issue of nutrition, the nutritional choices of parents will definitely greatly influence the nutritional status, the outcome of that child. When just like you have said, especially when a parent is used to ultra processed food, pack all of those fizzy drinks and sugary drinks for the children, it impacts their health, it impacts their performances, it impacts their relationships, so to say, because a child who become, let me use the topic that is on, who become obese at some point may be having issue with reaction with inferiority complex. People say, why are you like this, and all of those things. So parents should know that unhealthy eating habits from them will actually impact the health of their children negatively. And if it is a healthy one, it will definitely impact them, because what the children see parents do over time becomes what they grow up with.
So it's a do as I do situation, not do as I say.
No.
Now let's come to obesity. What exactly is obesity? Or what does it mean to be obese?
All right, thank you, ma. When we are talking about obesity eating level, actually, I will start that there is an actual age, an ideal age that weight that an individual supposed to accrue,
Attain.
attain at certain age, like a year old. No, it's even too far. Like a 3 month old baby, there is a an ideal age that's supposed to get to at 6 months, at 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and on like that until even we become adults. But then when this the weight is more than what it is supposed to, the ideal, at first if it is just about 20% higher, we call it overweight. Then if it is around 50% higher than what it's supposed to be, then we can look into obesity. Then at sometimes it could be around 80 to 100% over the ideal weight, then that is called morbid obesity. All this has their health implication on the growth of that child at different level. So obesity occurs or is a condition in which the a child has gone beyond his or ideal weight for the age, and it used to impact their health negatively, actually.
To put a tab in front of the children. Good thing that people that make all these cartoons, in fact, they found so many innovative ways to keep the children occupied, right? So once this child is disturbing me, I don't have so much to do. You just give them the tab, you give them the phone, to watch all those videos. Now, many children now spend a lot of time in front of the screen. In fact, we've seen some children who that's their definition of playing.
Okay.
They cry so much if you don't give them, and parents are giving in and giving them. How can this kind of lifestyle contribute to obesity?
Thank you. It's so saddening that this is where we have found ourselves. A child that is exposed to, screen very early. It is not even just about being obese. That time contributes negatively in so many ways into that child's life. When the child grows up, it will actually affect the academic performances and a lot of other things like that.
Well,
So
let me come in there. Apologies, ma.
Okay.
When you say it would affect the academic performance, I beg to differ, because there are some parents who are probably watching this that will say, I disagree. My child watches educational content, the likes of Miss Rachel. My child watches educational content on these devices, and they are even the best in their class.
Okay. Yeah, we may have some exceptions like that, but when you put it on scale, like what percentage do we have? When you put it on scale, some children normally they even need to be helped, but because they are also occupied with that, it's worsening their situation. We have some that are extra, that are, let me use the word extraordinary. Normally, whatever, even we have some children, if you don't even go to the class, if you just read through a note, they could say one or two things about them, but not everyone, not everybody. And a child that needs help naturally and is also confronted with screen time and all of those things could actually still affect them. It can still result into underperformance. Even when we think they are doing well, probably if they have not been exposed, they would do better than the well in quotes that we are looking at. So then moving away from that, like we have established, screen time, when children eat, there is an expected energy that they have taken in, and this energy that they have taken in, we call it energy intake. They also they are expected to expend it. We call it that one energy expenditure. Over time, when children sit with screen, they are not they are not going to be expending
The
such
energy.
energy, so they will be having excess energy imbalance, and what we call energy imbalance. So over time it will develop into obesity. And obesity is just the name. Obesity comes with a lot of things, with a lot of negative impact for children and also for adults.
Mm. Thank you very much, ma. Now, still talking about screen time and children versus obesity. I've also seen many parents who say, "Look, I'm just trying to survive. My child will not eat if I don't show them, a cartoon." Now, is there any relation with a child's relationship with food, as affected by screen time, such that in the near future the child only associates food time with screen time?
Of course, it could. That could happen. That could be relationship, because there is what we call addiction. So if something continues, addiction or conditioning, that's what we call conditioning too, or addiction. If something continues over time, the child gets conditioned to it, that until that child sees this, he will not be able to concentrate either to eat or to do any other thing. It's not just about eating. For some children, if they don't get some things, they will not sleep. Like, you just have to give them the phone and they sleep there, or you on the TV set and some other things like that for them. Until they get it, they will not be able to sleep, they will not be able to do some other things. It's like I said earlier, it is because we are giving them as choices. So that's why they pick that option. If that choice has not been presented to them in the first place, they will not be able to get accustomed or get used to yes, such things. So parents should actually learn to practice what is called responsive feeding practices at home. Like, at least let's get I know we are busy, everybody is on the go, but especially mothers, fathers, or even people that are taking care of our children, we should always get little time to sit with them to eat. Some children, once they see that you are putting something in your mouth, they are also motivated to put it. They are also motivated to put it. So if that grows up with them, they won't find it difficult to eat. And sometimes we can make it a play time with them too. I have something here. This is a food model. We call this food model. This is a caricature of pineapple, but then I can actually do this. It's called the attention of that child. Say, if you eat your food, I will give you this one to play with. And a child will always want to even be in possession. Okay, don't touch it yet. Take one spoon. Take one spoon, and then I'll give you one. Take another one spoon, I will give you another one. Take another one, I will give you another one. Clap for yourself, and all of those things. A child will eat. Sometimes we are like, I'm in a hurry. Eat your food. I don't want to be late, and all of those things. And the child will just be looking at you, will not do what we're supposed to do. So if we are practicing what we call responsive feeding, check that child. What will this child what will motivate this child? That is exactly what you bring on for that child, and it will help greatly, so that the child will grow wholesomely and healthy.
Healthy is the major word. That's the key word. We want healthy children. Now, let's talk about the signs and the symptoms. What are the things that parents, should look out for to say, oh my goodness, this child may be at risk of becoming overweight and then moving on to being obese or morbidly obese?
Okay. Thank you very much. Ideally, when children are, given birth to, probably after 40 days, they go back to the hospital for some immunization and all of that. It is actually important that they are subjected to weight checks. Yes. So from there, that would be the first thing that we'll notice. Once we check their weight, there is a chart. There is a chart called growth chart. You can actually be monitoring that
Which
chart.
is on immunization card.
Yes, on immunization card. You can actually keep checking. is this baby, boy or girl, maintaining the ideal weight for baby or for his or her age. Once we notice that is is not getting along as it ought to be, then we can actually call attention of healthcare worker to it on time before things will go out of hand. Then sometimes some children may be having, you will see physically that they had they had weight, because it's become physical. One may not actually notice it physically, but at some point, once it gets to a level, you will notice it. This thing become physical. The baby will be, plumpy, will be choppy. You will see the cheeks come out and all of those things. So when it's getting all into that, then we should know that this child is already getting to the obese side. And sometimes when a child, after the stature coming up, the child may be having difficulty in breathing. Yes, as a child, the child is having difficulty in breathing. Though not only obesity could result into that, but it could be one of the symptoms of obesity. A child is breathing heavily when either sitting down or sleeping. Then sometimes for some children there could be what we call sleep apnea, like a child is sleeping, after some time there is seizure of breath, and all of a sudden jack back again, and those things, and coupled with the weight stuff, then those are some of the signs that we can see that this child needs help. And then if we call to the child says on time, we can actually rescue that child from
obesity,
getting into morbid obesity.
Now, some people say that I've heard this one before. So someone sent a child on an errand, say go to this place, go to that place, and she says, I'm tired, I'm just coming from this place, and you're telling me to go to that place. And someone said, Lenny, it's just lazy. Children are supposed to have energy. They're supposed to be able to, go here, go there without being tired. Can, someone looking at a child like that say, or maybe let's assume that the child is also adding a little bit of weight, but the parents are plump. The parents are on the big side as well. It's probably genetics. The genetics is also involved.
Yes.
Would you look at such a child and say that this child doesn't like to task his or herself physically, and also a bit on the plump side? Could you also look at that as a sign or not?
Actually, when it's becoming too much, that is stress. It's no more activity, like it's no more exercise. Like somebody is on the plump side and you want the person to do so many things at a time, because you want them to calm down, you don't want them to increase their weight. That becomes stress, and stress also has negative impact on the body. So they are not safe at all.
Okay, ma. Now you've shown us one practical way that parents can help their children to eat, but let's look at eat healthy. There are some children, right, that maybe because of previous examples, or even from what their friends are eating in school. When you give them food and you give them grains, like vegetables, you give them broccoli and the likes, they say, I don't want. They only want to eat rice. Or they want to, let's even imagine they're not even taking fizzy drinks or anything like that, but they only want to eat rice. They say, I don't like beans. Oh no, mommy, I don't want this one. I only want fried chicken. They don't want fish. They don't want eggs. How can, what are some practical ways? Because I know that there are lots of moms will feel your struggle. We're also moms. And some moms are saying it's easier said than done. How do I get my child to eat fruits and vegetables? This child really just doesn't want to eat it. What are some practical ways that we can help moms like this?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. But please, I'll come to your question. But I want us to pick it from the basis.
Okay.
When a child is given birth to, within 1 hour of birth, parents are expected to initiate breastfeeding. And this is supposed to continue until 6 months of life, with addition of no other thing, maybe except from drug if the child needs it. when necessary. By this, we are forming a good, a good foundation for nutritional growth of that child. And this goes to parents, mothers to be, health workers, and all of that. Because I've seen a situation where a woman gave birth, she's in good condition, and the healthcare worker, because they have all these formulas in their in their custody, and they want to sell, and they are like, okay, don't give breast milk yet, if this is what we are going to give. I actually had a first hand practical experience. So I told them, I was like, what happened? This woman is okay, why are you recommending that's what the
Formula.
doctor said they should do? So the baby is expected to take breast milk for the first 6 months of life, which is called exclusive breastfeeding. Then after that, we can gradually be introducing the household meal to that child. Okay, so while introducing the household meal, parents should endeavor to make it whole food, make it whole. Like we are saying, we can actually introduce grain, just like the example you gave, a child that loves rice. Then we can prepare that rice in different forms, so many forms. If it is rice and beans, we can try to dice those carrots, cucumber, and all of those things, put it in tiny thing that a child can just hand pick and put in the mouth while eating the rice. All this will actually help, because we know we are not used to most of the time it is after we finish eating that we now think, what vegetable can I take? Or what fruit can I take? No, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be part of our meal, actually. Like you have a plate of rice. If the child is going to take like about 4 spoons, then let's get about one spoon of chopped carrots, put right in there. It's even a means of increasing the appetite, because carrots will give it make it
A nice
colorful.
look.
Yes, so the child wants to try it out, and parent is also putting it in their mouth. The child will follow suit, want to do the same thing. It's actually not by coercing or something, no. If it is orange, we know the child may not have the energy or have the strength to start sucking the orange. We can actually use it, squeeze it as juice, put it in the cup. So when the child need to take water, we can give it.
All right, so as we gradually wrap up the show today, let's talk about some food classes, some groups, food groups, let's put it that way, food groups that are essential for a child to eat, to sustain a healthy growth.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will start from a grain, whole grain. Let me put it like that, whole grain, such as our maize, our rice, our wheat, and some other things like that. It has to be whole. They actually need, there's what we call, apart from the fact that it will supply energy, it also is a good source of fiber that is very, very important for gut health, the gut microbiome. So it's very, very important that we incorporate it into their food. That is one. That is grains. Then there is what we call from protein, where they can get protein, milk and milk products like milk, cheese, yogurt, and the like. That's another group that is very essential, because protein helps them to grow. When carbohydrate supplies energy, then protein helps in growth, production and repair of worn out tissues and all of those things like that. There's another group we call fruit or vegetable. This actually help to build the immune system of anybody, either a child or an adult, and that is where our fruit and vegetables comes in. Very, very, very essential that we give them this. And Then on the part of meat too, meat and meat products, it's actually protein too. It's actually protein, like our meat, our fish, our
Chicken.
cheese, chicken, and all of those ones.
Where does egg fall?
Egg is also
Protein.
poultry. Yes, poultry. So it also gives good protein for children. As a matter of fact, egg is referenced as protein of high biological value, that it contains almost all what we call, there's what we call amino acid in protein. It contains almost all of them, so it's very good for for children, for growth. So it's ideal.
Thank you so much, ma. Okay, you still have food groups? Please go.
Okay, I want to say that you will notice that I did not mention fat. Because somebody will say, where is fat and oil? Where is our palm oil coming in? Where is this? Yes, because we are not mentioning this because it is needed in very sparing amounts in food, and it is found that it is incorporated into most of our meal, most of our food. So we don't need it as a food group. Please, I think I want to
reiterate that.
Yes, say that out so that we know that it is in little amounts that fat and oil is needed. When you are taking your groundnuts, you have already taken fat. You have taken oil because your groundnut contains that, and some other food items like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma. You've heard it all. I mean, if we decide to continue, we'll be here you for the whole day, but it's been very enlightening. My guest has been dietitian Hadassa Olugbade, a lecturer at the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, Oyo State College of Health and Technology, Eleyele. Above all, ensure that your children take water. Water is life. Very, very essential. Thank you so much, ma, for coming on Lifeline. And a big thank you to our viewers as well. Don't forget to share this video with a loved one, a friend that can benefit from it. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. We're on Facebook at Wells Television. My name is Bolanle Udueku Ayola. Until next time on Lifeline, don't forget that health is wealth. Take care of your health. Bye-bye.